Gee, good day, Marta Chef, and well to goodbye. Hello, everybody. My name is Niall McConnell. Hope you're all doing well. God bless each and every one of you. Let me move myself down a wee bit here. Hopefully, I'm coming in loud and clear. How's everybody doing in the live chat? It's a beautiful day here in Donegal. I think it's a beautiful day all over Ireland, north and south. The sun is shining. It's a good day, but my county, County Donegal, Tyrconnell, Donegal, is under complete invasion. Everywhere you look, new iPass centres are opened, migrants are being crammed into Donegal, and I believe we are being punished because of our pro-life Christian heritage. Donegal, County Mayo, historically have been probably the two most conservative Catholic counties in Ireland, and they're getting hit hardest with the migrants. So, lots happening all over Donegal, all over Ireland for that matter. We're going to cover what's happening in Bundoran. There was a protest there at the weekend. I couldn't make it, unfortunately, outside the Viscount Hostel. Now, I actually was there, I think it was February 24, so over a year ago. They were housing Ukrainians. Conor McConnell, a local businessman. And I just re-uploaded the video on my YouTube channel just to give you an idea about what was happening over a year ago. And the cheek of this man, the chutzpah, the audacity to boast about how much profit he was making as he destroyed the town of Bundoran. Now, Bundoran is a very beautiful wee small town. It's a coastal town. But, it's been ravaged with immigration. It relies heavily on tourism. But, tourism is way down. They've lost hundreds of millions of income, local businesses, because of the downfall of foot traffic. And people come to Ireland, like tourists come to Ireland to see Irish people, to have the unique Irish culture, to speak to Irish people, to go into the local shops, the restaurants, the pubs, to speak to Irish waiters and pub owners, etc. But they don't want to, Irish Americans coming into Ireland, they don't want to see a load of Africans. If they want to see a load of Africans, they can go to downtown Chicago or go to any downtown in America. They come to see Ireland and the Irish people. Was that the knobhead in the Jeep? Yes, that was him. He is the man who owns the Viscount. That was over a year ago. He was housing Ukrainians now, but now he's bringing in the Africans. So it's good to see so many people in the live chat. If you're new to the show, please subscribe. If you're not subscribed already, please share these streams with all your friends and family. The very least you could do is share these streams everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Share them in your WhatsApp groups, your Telegram groups. Share them on Facebook, on Twitter. Send them out to your friends and family via email. The very least you can do is get this message out there, because we are at a tipping point now in Ireland. We must keep raising awareness. And a lot of people are waking up. A lot of people who didn't agree with me in 2020, over 5 years ago, are now in full agreement with me. So we have to keep going. So before we get into tonight's action, we're going to say our Lord's Prayer as Gaeilge, so please join us. Nanyam nahar agus a bheith agus spirit níomh, amen. Ar nahar a tar now, go ní for Daniam, go daide de réid, go nyantar de holan talab mar yantar now, ar nar le huil dur de new, agus maitun ar fecta, mar a waihamid dar vectan a fian, ag na lection a gahu, ag sira shina olk, amen. Nanyam nahar agus a bheith agus spirit níomh, amen. How are we all doing, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks to the moderators in the live chat. I'm very grateful for your support, helping me out. It doesn't go unnoticed. So who is in the live chat at the minute? Let me see here now. Let me know if you're going to the protest this coming Saturday. So let me tell you now. So there's a protest this Saturday in Bundoran. I will be there. It's outside the Viscount Hotel or Hostel, whatever you want to call it, from 7 p.m. or 7:30 p.m. Donegal is playing the Ulster final. A strange time, 5:30 on a Saturday evening. So it'll be 7 o'clock, 7:30, outside the Viscount Hotel or Hostel, whatever you want to call it. Yes, it is going ahead in Bundoran. So let me know in the live chat if you're going, and people are welcome to come over. Show their support for the people of Bundoran and solidarity with the people from Bundoran. So I'll be there, and we'll be covering what's been happening in Bundoran now. Sean Murray says, give us a shout out now. I love you, brother. Thanks very much, Sean. Sean Mac, thanks for moderating. Mr. Gold says he is going. Good stuff. Okay, let's get into tonight's action. We're going to start off in Bundoran, actually. We're going to cover Ballyliffin too. Don't worry. Okay, let me see here now.
There.
Okay, so this is the man. So, long story short, right, they're outside the Viscount Hotel, and right there is, I believe, is the local primary school, and there's a secondary school right beside it as well. So, like less than 50 yards away, you have two schools right on top of this iPad Centre where 70 migrants are going to be staying. So let's listen to see what this man has to say.
I'll tell you why I'm here, right? It's not because of them people in here. It's because of those children over there, right? My 5-year-old daughter is in that school, right? And for every day that she's in there, when these people, I don't know who they are, and I really don't fucking care, but I'm going to protect my daughter in that school from any threat whatsoever, right? And I'll be there every minute of the day, and I hope other parents are there while their kids are in there. There's a secondary school over there. There's a fucking J pitch there. And at the end of the day, I have selfish reasons. My reasons is my child. And I'm not going to have her. I'm not going to have her stabbed in the neck like that child in Dublin who still hasn't recovered from her injuries. And I don't know whether those guards are going to protect my child, but I assure you of one thing. I will.
Right. Well, there's a man standing up to protect his child.
Good stuff. That was from Philip Dwyer's broadcast. He was actually down there himself. Good man, Philip. And powerful message. God bless that dad, says Anne Maria. Amen. Well said, that man, says John. Hi from Mermelton, says Molly. Dylan Coleman says fair play to him. Absolutely. Well done to him too for having the courage to speak out. So here's another man from Bundoran. A concerned father of Bundoran tells citizen journalist Philip Dwyer why he's out opposing the plan to accommodate 70 asylum seekers opposite his daughter's school. People coming from low IQ populations with crime and stuff like that, they don't understand our ways, and they'll dilute the culture in the town, so I'm very, very concerned and have been for a long time. Let's see what he has to say here.
What brought you out here tonight?
We have a daughter in the school across. I have a daughter in the school across from the iPad Centre. So
obviously, must be. Yeah.
People coming from low IQ populations with crime and stuff like that. Like they don't understand our ways, and they'll dilute the culture in the town. So I'm kind of very, very concerned, and have been for a long time.
You've been awake to this for a while yourself.
I have, absolutely. Yeah, I've started out in 2015 connection as a libertarian and stuff like that, and then ventured more towards the right.
Isn't it unbelievable the greed that's involved here with this man? Owns this massive big hotel here.
Yes, yeah.
And he's still itching to make more money at the expense of putting young children like your child at risk.
Yeah.
And doesn't care. He's going to pocket. If you put 70 people into that unit in there, that building, he's looking at 70 or 80 euro per night per person. Per night per person. That's income constant all year round. It's absolutely horrendous greed.
It is horrendous greed, but it's to be expected. These people have ran a cabal in this town. There's a history with this family. If you dig deep down, there was a case involving Mary Boyle and stuff like that with the late Sean McConnell and stuff like that. This family are a cabal.
Very, very sad, mysterious case with Mary Boyle.
Absolutely.
Pointing in certain directions, where I won't say on this slide, but it's definitely cause for concern and questions.
Absolutely. It's that revolving door between big business and the government. I'm just here today.
If you're in with the right people in this country, you literally get away with murder.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a free-for-all. It's a mafia country.
Well done to that man for speaking out and having the courage to stand up for his children, stand up for his country. Here's another man. It makes me proud of the patriots of Donegal speaking out against the invasion of their county. Here's another based Irish man, as you would say. Let's see what he has to say here.
They're bringing millions in with legal immigration as well. Yeah. Nobody's looking at that. Hundreds of thousands of people, far more. This is a drop in the ocean, the illegal stuff. Nobody's looking at what they're bringing in legally, so-called.
Legal migration is a big problem as well.
It's a bigger problem. It's a huge problem.
Absolutely.
No, Ireland is full stop. No compromise. You cannot compromise with these people, with your enemy that's at war with you, that hates society, that wants to freaking get rid of the Irish race. No compromise. Nobody gets in. Deportations is what we want.
Anybody, most of these all here know me. I'm local, live around the corner. How are you doing? We're standing outside the centre that you're arguing about, and we're talking about Europe, we're talking about everything else. Let's come back to Bundoran for a wee second. The guy who's causing the problem in Bundoran is Conor McInniff. The businesses up the town owned by Conor McInniff make hundreds of thousands of pounds every year, if not millions. See, next chance you get, why not stand outside one of his businesses and say, listen, we're going to stop people going to spend money? Why not boycott his business?
Boycott!
Bring him to the door. You're not going to annoy Conor McInniff by standing here. You'll annoy Conor McInniff standing outside the Allingham or standing outside the arcades. And good luck to you, Conor, because I'll be fucking there.
Thinking right now that we should actually go up as far as Conor McInniff's arcade and stand there.
Come on!
Let's go! Anybody be up for that?
Yes!
Do I get it? Yeah?
Yeah!
Bring it on!
There's support from the road, folks. Donegal car. And things are changing. Times they are changing, as they say.
Well done to everybody for getting out and opposing the plantation of Donegal, the invasion of Bundoran, a beautiful, once beautiful town. Like, I was there a few months ago, and you know, it's hard to recognise what has happened in that beautiful wee town. Like, tourism has been destroyed in that wee town, and you know, it's such a shame. And because these greedy landlords, these big families of the McNiffs are, you know, involved in this, you know, iPass centre now. It's unbelievable. Boycott their hotels, absolutely. That's another thing I was going to say. So, you know, you can hit them where it hurts and boycott them. Don't go into their businesses. Don't give them any money. Don't speak to them on the streets. No, just you can politely decline their friendship, their courtship. Do not speak to them and tell them, look, we're not happy with you. You're destroying this town. You're filling with foreigners. It's unsafe. Our children can't walk the streets. Our women can't walk the streets, and it's all because of you. No, thank you. I don't want to speak to you. No, be polite but nice, or be polite but firm. Sorry. Okay. Now let me see here. There's another video that it got sent to me just before the stream. I think it was of John Malloy. Let me see here now. Here. Just give me a second here to pull it up on my player. Yeah, that's it here. Let me bring this over here. Okay, let me see. Let's play this here now.
Everybody, just a quick impromptu video that's going to show you the school here.
Sorry, I should preface this video. So this is still, we're still in Bundoran. This is John Malloy, the last fella that was speaking there. This is outside this proposed iPass centre, and here he's going to describe what is in the area and what's happening.
Hi everybody, just a quick impromptu video that's going to show you the school here in Bundoran, junior school in Bundoran, and how far away it is from the proposed, well actually no, not proposed anymore, the actual iPass in Bundoran. There's your distance. You're looking at what, 30 yards, and directly over here, you can see it from here, is the senior school. That's where your senior school is going to be, or is. Okay, let's swing around here. GA pitch up there, and there's the Viscount. Okay folks, we have asked everybody to come here on Saturday evening, 7:30. We do know there's a match on, very important match for Donegal, Hoop Donegal. Anyway, and we're going to bring flags, banners and everything else. This is an open meeting. We're actually asked this morning on Ocean FM, and we'll now ask again for Local representatives, county councillors, and indeed the owner of the school, the people working in the school, teachers and everything else, and the owner of the Viscount, to be here to answer questions that the general public are asking and want to know the answers to, about who's coming in, when they're coming in, and how many's coming in. And we've told that there's 70 coming in and that their families, God knows where, what or how. We need to know the answers. We need a bit of transparency on this. It can't happen. And they have said, like, they had liaised, the Department of Education has said they had liaised with local representatives and everything else. Never happened. There you go, folks. There's the, as I say, there's the Viscount. There's the main road down to Bundoran, and there's said school. Thank you. Saturday evening, 7 o'clock.
There you go. That is 7 p.m. at So maybe I should just do a quick advert for this now. So I'll clip this tomorrow to make an advert for the Bundoran protest. So there's a protest in Bundoran this coming Saturday at 7 p.m. outside the Viscount Hostel Hotel, whatever you want to call it, owned by Conor McConnell. There's a proposed, well, no, not proposed. There is an iPass centre happening now. 70 migrants are being put there, right opposite two schools, a GA pitch. There's been no consultation, and it's again greedy landlords profiteering off the backs of the local people of Bundoran. So everybody come out there, get your flags, get your banners. Let's get out there. Let's send a message to the traitors that Bundoran says no, Donegal says no. Bundoran is a tourist town, and Bundoran has been, local businesses have been destroyed because of, let's be honest here, mass migration. When people from America come to Bundoran and towns all over Ireland, they want to see Irish people. They want to get the unique Irish culture. They don't want to see a load of Africans and Ukrainians walking about the streets. If Americans want to see a lot of Africans, they go downtown to any major city in America. They don't come to Ireland to see Africans. They come to see the Irish people. So immigration, for one, is just completely destroying tourism, and Bundoran is a perfect example. So this coming Saturday in Bundoran, County Donegal, we're all welcome. Everyone's welcome to come. So 7 p.m. outside the Viscount Hotel Hostel, one of the two. So I see you here at 7 p.m. I'll be there. And I'm bringing a load of flags with me, so feel free to come over and get a flag off me, and let's send a message to the traitors. Okay, so anyway, what's everybody saying in the live chat? So there's over 300 people watching live now. Fantastic to see. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you're all doing good, and it's an honor and a privilege to be able to broadcast here to everybody listening. What else have I got for you here now? So I played that clip of Bundoran. Just before we move on now to another part of Donegal, Ballyliffin, you can join as a member of our Christian nationalist movement, Shield na HÉireann, Ireland's only Christian nationalist movement. Now, we are building very, very steadily, very, very quickly. And we are trying to recruit as many people as possible, no matter where you're in the world, whether you're in England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, Canada, America, Australia. No matter where you are, you can join as a member. You get a framed proclamation, a beautiful lapel badge, a 5-foot by 3-foot Irish flag, and a membership card, and a Who We Are booklet. That's in the membership. Join Ireland's fastest growing political movement, Shield na HÉireann, now. And, we have Ireland's only Christian nationalist newspaper, where we distribute them everywhere, all over the island of Ireland. Get involved in real life political action. Now, if you want to join, scroll down below this video, click the top link in the description, join as a member now, support Irish nationalism, get involved now. Okay, what's everybody saying in the live chat? Join this week from the USA. Good stuff. Thanks very much for joining. I'm sure you'll be very, very happy with the membership pack. Going to sign our household up for membership tomorrow night. Oh, thanks very much, Gareth Sweeney. God bless you. Thanks very much. Can I pay for membership on Saturday instead of online? Yeah, you can do so. I suppose it's easier to do it online, but if you want to do it in person, that's no problem at all. Dream Chaser. No, I'm okay. Thank you. No thanks. Let me scroll up about what's everybody saying. Any questions, let me know. If you're really watching the show, Sign into chat. See, my Streamlabs, right, has updated, and that's why I was a bit late too. It's all over the friggin' place. It's all over the place. Okay, look, let's move on, right? So that was Bundoran, South Donegal. Now let's move up to North Donegal to Ballyliffin. You couldn't even call it a village. Let's call it a tiny wee village. And there's a big hotel called the Strand Hotel. And I believe they were housing Ukrainians. Now there's uncertainty, but they want to house 170 IPAS, right? So let's have a listen. Let me get this clip here ready for you. Let me see here now. Just give me a second. How do I maximize this? Can I maximize this? I don't think I can I? Oh, shh. Let me see here now. See them reels on Facebook? I don't like them at all. Oh, here. This is update now. This is less than an hour ago. Okay, so let's go. Where do we start? Okay, we'll start here, right? We'll start here. And then we've got an up. I just saw a new post here less than an hour ago. So breaking news. So this was this morning, right? Was my mic muted the whole time? Sorry. Sorry. This. I'll play this again, right? So here, look. I'll comment. So in the live chat, maybe let me know what you think of this. So I don't know how long I was muted for there, but they put the concrete bollards down this morning or last night, and now they're removing them again less than an hour ago. So let's play this clip here. And I'm sure in the live chat you're all saying, "Now you're muted. Now you're muted." Removing the concrete bollards now in Ballyliffin, County Donegal, after originally putting them up there this morning or last night. So there you go. They have been removed. So what do you all think of that? I'm sure now if I go to the live chat, everyone's saying, "Now you're muted." Yes, sound off. Sorry. Your mic, yes. Only for a minute. It's working again. What are they playing at? What's the story? Why are they removing the song? I don't know. Look, you in the live chat might be smarter than me. Why were they put down? If I had to guess, they got such pushback. It looks so bad. What were they? Why were they putting them down in the first place? Were they expecting some kind of blockade or camping? I don't know. They're making room for buses. Yeah, good idea, or good point. They're going in. Yeah, buses to pull on. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good point. Yeah, Ballyliffin, 170 Ballyliffin can't happen. Let me know if there's anybody in the live chat who's from Ballyliffin or from Urus, Clonmany. Please let me know. Like, it's one of the most beautiful, picturesque places in the whole world. Let me see. I'm going to bring it up on the maps, right? Ballyliffin. I'll show you right where it is, right? So my internet keeps cutting out, and then it comes back again. See, Ballyliffin, right? Strand Hotel. Where is the Strand Hotel? Ballyliffin. Right, up in North Finishowen, right? So see here now, right? I may pull this over here. Give me a second, just showing you kind of, for those of you who don't know where it is, just give you an idea where this is, right? So this is Donegal, right? See this part on the left and scroll it. This is Ireland. It's like the right in the. You couldn't really get any more north. It's the most northerly point of Ireland. Malin Head is the most northerly, but geez, it's not far off. So you got the Ballyliffin Hotel, right? As you technically say that's Malin, or sorry, Clonmany. If you're from that area, what football team would you play? I'm assuming you play for Oris, right? If you're from that area, you play for Oris. But anyway, so that's where it is there, look. Right up the north of Donegal. Like, I've had many great memories. Well, actually, playing against Oris now, I don't have many good memories. They always beat Robert Emmets. It's a wild, hard place to play in and win. But it's beautiful, the most beautiful places in the world you'll ever see. Yes, and that's like with the what do you call it, the Potching Republic of Urus. Like, has it in the what year was it? Like the late 1800s. That part of Ireland or part of Donegal, enclosed themselves off and declared themselves a Potching Republic. Potching is like a form of high proof alcohol, and they like bartered on alcohol and different stuff and tried to, stop the British coming in to administer their rule in that area. The Potching Republic of Urus, look into it. And for somewhere you can message me privately, yes, through my website. Website link is in the description. Haha, you actually know Urus now. Yes, I do know. I've played Urus. I've played in Urus my whole life, underage. Played against, I can't remember what school it was, but I played when I was at St. Columba's there in Ballyliffin. We played in Urus as well, probably the local college, and we lost as well, of course. I got your link to the meat box. Yep, meat box is available too at the Irish Butcher Box. For anybody who's waiting, we've sent out the Irish Butcher. We sent them out every Wednesday, so they were sent out today for delivery tomorrow. Normally it's 1 day delivery, sometimes it's 2, but normally it's 1. Okay, so let's get in now to the Strand, right? Strand Hotel. Which one should I play first? Okay. So, where are the 37 councillors now? So, what that man's referring to is the protest down in Letterkenny at the weekend. All 37 councillors in Donegal County Council, like every single one of them, bar none, in all the councils, every councillor signed some kind of a statement saying they oppose racism, they oppose the concerns of the local people, and every one of them turned against the people of Donegal. So this local man rang into the radio station this morning, not happy, explaining that security cameras have now been installed along with bollards at the Strand Hotel in Ballyliffin, earmarked for iPass. Public meeting at St Mary's, Clonmany tomorrow, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Oh. Hold on, let me turn this over a bit here.
Right, your concern is, I think you can forget about tidy towns. I don't think, I know tidy towns is an important thing for Ballyliffin, like most towns, but this does not look pretty. We're looking at some footage of it here now. It is really quite remarkable what's going on. So, Cathal, before we move on to other guests, you're looking for clarity from the local authority, the department. It's not the Department of Justice, but the department that is responsible. Is that what you're looking for?
Greg, there's a lot of confusion here, okay? So we have called a meeting tomorrow night, okay? It's not just us business people. There's local residents, and we got involved to assist them. But the reason we got involved is because there was so much confusion. The reason for the meeting is to inform the local community what is actually going on. There is confusion with people saying there is no planning on. That is correct. There's no planning on. That's not on the Donegal County Council planning website. It is a Section 5. A Section 5 is a form of change of use. It does not require planning or public consultation. People cannot object. It is simply a tick box exercise. Mark Crossan has applied for a Section 5. It is highly likely that it will be granted.
I'm not
now,
sure.
We do know the sewers is an issue.
I'm not sure about that, to be honest with you, because I've looked through what has and has not been approved, and I have a sense that I believe that Section 5 won't be, but I mean, that's only my sense, and you have
Greg,
to presume that it
can
is.
I just say something?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
That's fine for you to say that something in Letterkenny.
I don't live
when
there.
you're down here in Ballyliffin
Understood.
and you're watching cameras, or lorries moving in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
and you're watching a building that didn't have security for 2 years, now putting up security.
Fair enough.
It's slightly different for us here, okay?
Yeah, get you. I get you. I respect that.
So we just have to look at the facts. We can't look at other people's feelings.
Yeah, I feel.
Okay.
I get you. Okay.
So, okay, the Section 5, okay? So that's what's happening. As far as we can see, it's a tick box exercise. We've spoken to local councillors and they said if he ticks the boxes, he gets it. Okay, it then moves to the department. Will the department give him a contract? It is estimated the Strand will take 170 residents. The village sewers, we have videos of us is running into the ocean at the moment. There's loads of issues there, the make issues. Our own residents in Ballyliffin are living in inflated rent.
Right,
So there you go. That was on Highland Radio, I believe, this morning. The people are not happy of Clonmany. They're seeing their wee village being absolutely destroyed. Like, see, this is the thing, right? I've spoken about this for a long time. I've spoken about it for years. What they've been doing recently, right, is they soften the local population up of Ukrainians. They've seen this is a perfect example, okay, right in the Strand Hotel. Soften the population up of Ukrainians. Oh, we don't mind the Ukrainians, you know, they're fleeing war. Then they move the Ukrainians out to social housing, the private housing, and then in comes the IPAS, the Middle Easterners, the Africans, and that's the goal, you know. And we see this happening all over the country. There's many examples, and this is just another one. You've seen it happening in Gweedore, for example, and now we're seeing it happening in Clonmany. So there is a meeting tomorrow in St Mary's Community Centre in Clonmany, Thursday, 8 p.m. Let me go to the live chat to see what everybody is saying. So there's 350 people watching live. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm very grateful, I'm honoured, I'm proud and privileged that so many of us will take the time out of your Wednesday evening to listen to a bogman idiot like myself from Donegal. But here we are. I'm being honest, I'm very honoured and privileged to be in this position that you will tune in and listen to me. No, I'm not the best speaker in the world. I'm not a polished speaker. I'm a sheep farmer from Castlefin. My YouTube channel is actually over 13 and a half years old. I've been doing this for a long time. I've stuck by my guns. I haven't wavered in anything that I've been saying. I never apologise for loving my country. I never apologise for loving my people. I want to live among my people, my race of people. And I find like an awakening, a racial awakening among the Irish people. I've started at these protests now, right? I've started to hear people saying the Irish race. The Irish race, like we are an ethnic group, that we are a tribal group, and we have to get back to tribalism. There's nothing wrong with being tribal. It's the most natural thing in the whole world. Africans are allowed to be tribal. Muslims are allowed to be tribal. But God forbid any white person be tribal. And the Irish happen to be white. But we are an ethnic group, different to any other white group. But we are an ethnic group. We are the indigenous people to the land. We are the custodians of this land. We are the inheritors of a wonderful, wonderful land. And our ancestors were looking down above us. And it's up to us to make them proud. And we are under an absolute severe attack. An attack that no one has ever imagined. Our ancestors can't believe probably what's happening up above. The propaganda that's been pushed us through the mainstream media, they have never ever had to deal with that. And the thought, right, of, say for example, the 1916 leaders, if you could somehow tell them at the time that in 100 years' time, in 2020 or in the 2000s, that Ireland was going to be filled with Africans and Middle Easterners and Asians and all sorts of colours and creed, they would have been appalled. No one could ever foresee this. But Irish nationalists at the time wrote about this because it was happening in some parts of Europe that the elites were bringing in hordes of Africans into Europe, and I believe it was Arthur Griffith, the founder of Sinn Féin, said anyone bringing in non-whites into Europe, the white man's country, the white man's land, is a traitor to the white race. And absolutely they are. So I see like a racial awakening that we are an ethnic group. We are a tribal group, and there's nothing wrong with being tribal. It's the most common thing in the world. I'm not apologizing for anything. And that's another thing, right? See, right? I try to tell these people, or tell a lot of people that I see when I'm having conversations on the street, whenever these lefties, right, you're arguing with them or you're arguing with a family member, and they call you the R word, the R word that they all like to call us, right? Oh, you're a R. You're nothing but a racist. Never, ever, ever, ever say, oh no, I'm not a racist. Never, ever say that. Never, ever take a step back. Push forward. We've got the truth on our sides. They don't. They're an enemy of the people. If they're supporting immigration, they're effectively destroying the people, and you have to look at them as an enemy of the people. And so that's why you never ever apologize. Never ever say I'm not a racist. I'm not a racist. Never ever say that. That's what they want you to do. Go on the taxi. Look, I want to live among my people. My loyalty is to my people, Irish people. It's not out of hatred out of anyone, but it's absolute love of my people, the Irish race. We have fought and died for this land. We will not hand it over to a load of foreigners. I don't care what you call me. Call me whatever you want. Doesn't bother me. Water off a duck's back. Your attacks doesn't matter. My loyalty is to Ireland, and you're nothing but an anti-Irish traitor who has preferential treatment over the foreigners, over the people of this land. And ask them, why do you have such self-loathing for your own people? Why do you have such outward preference for the outlanders? What's wrong with our Irish people? Ireland is our only land. We don't have anywhere else to go to. Why do we need to bring in hordes and hordes of Africans into Ireland? We are a wonderful people. We are not some kind of empty vessel to be conquered and to be shaped and to be... We're not some kind of malleable people to be turned into some kind of a global citizens. Ireland is known as this land of saints and scholars. The people here evangelized the whole of Europe, brought civilization, brought literature, brought music, brought art to the people of Europe, to the barbarians of Europe. We are their descendants, and we cannot let them down. So as I was saying, if anybody ever comes to you and calls you that word, they're banking on you taking a step backwards. Can you understand? Because I know a lot of people are probably in this show listening to me say, oh, you know what, when my mother or my brother, my sister, or my friend down the pub calls me a racist, I always have to defend myself. Your first thing you're doing is you're backtracking, you're defending. If you think about football or soccer or Gaelic, like the best form of defense in Gaelic football is attack. You never go backwards. No, you can't. As my uncle always says, you can't defend a lead in Gaelic football. You always have to attack. So attack, attack, attack. Never defend. Never go backwards. Attack. Okay. So that's me rant there. So let me know what you think in the live chat. Am I correct? Am I wrong? Hopefully I've given some good advice to the people in the live chat who might have been caught up in that, that, what's the word I'm looking for here? That trick that the far left play on us. They bank on us saying, oh, I'm not a racist, I'm not a racist. No, never ever apologize. Never apologize for loving your own people. Never apologize for loving your own race of people. I'm an Irishman. I love my country. I love my people. I love my ancestors, and I want to make them proud. Because at the end of the day, we will meet our maker when it's all said and done. And I want to say at least, look, I did something. I tried. It mightn't have worked. It mightn't have succeeded, but at least I tried. I put everything into it. I tried to raise my children the correct way, to love their country, to love their people. But it mightn't have worked, but at least I tried. And you have to be able to say that. Yep, always stand your ground. Absolutely. Now I do some interviews with other YouTubers. It's not that I don't do it. It's just hard to organize something. So I'm trying to actually organize an interview with John Wilson, the former Garda. I saw an interview with him. I didn't actually get to see it, but I saw it pop up in my feed. Former Garda whistleblower John Wilson. I'm hoping he's coming on my show soon. Okay. So just before we continue, we've got a few more videos and articles to play. As I was saying, you can join as a member, get involved in real-life political action. Scroll down below this video, join as a member now. Join Ireland's fastest-growing political movement, Shield na HÉireann. Get a free proclamation, a beautiful membership badge you wear on your top, 5 foot by 3 foot Irish flag, a membership card, and a Who We Are booklet about what we're all about. Why not check out our store? If you go to our website, there's a store button. You can contact me too. Some people are asking me how do I contact you, Niall. Well, there you go there. So we've got a wide range of books. We've wrote our own book, a handbook for the new Fenian, particularly for young people, to navigate their way through liberal, modern, progressive Ireland, and what it means to be an Irish nationalist. Our Martyrs book is another book we sell. It's about the travesties, the things that our ancestors went through during penal times. The Prayers of the Gael is another book we have. It's an ancient prayer book that the Irish men and women said during penal times as well. We've got Irish language books. We've got the Holy Bible in leather and paperback. Now, this is the latest issue of our part of newspaper as well. We have Ireland's only Christian nationalist newspaper in the whole island of Ireland, bar none. We distribute 50,000 issues, 50,000 papers per issue. We're actually working on the next issue already. The last issue went so well. We've got Irish history books, and also we're trying to get involved in community action. Boycott the Aldis, the Lidls, the Asdas, the Tesco's. We're selling direct to consumer. We've got Donegal's finest beef, lamb, and pork boxes. These are the highest quality lamb, beef, and pork in the whole world, bar none. Anybody in the live chat who's ordered the boxes, let us know. What do you think? And if you want to order the beef boxes or butcher boxes or lamb box, scroll down below this video. Everything I'm talking about is in the description. So get your orders in for that. Alright. Let me go to the live chat and see what everybody else is saying. The young need to learn, absolutely. That's why we wrote our book. Dream Chaser, no thank you. You keep asking the same question, no thanks. Yep. The struggle of the Irish is the struggle of the Europeans. You must not lose, absolutely. It's a wider problem. It's not only Ireland, it's all white European countries are under attack. Yes, sorry, we deliver to the north, we deliver to Ireland, UK, England, Scotland, Wales, sorry, that's the only places. So Ireland, North, South, all 32 counties, and England, Scotland, Wales. So I forgot to say that, that's where we deliver. Okay, so let's move on here. I played that clip there. Played that clip, I believe. Okay, so let's move on now, right? So that's Ballyliffin we talked about. Next, let's move on to Carrickmacross now. So this has to be heard to believed. Joe Finnegan Show of Northern Sound Radio publicly declares as fact that Carrickmacross is safe because 5 local politicians have said it is. And that's good enough for Joe. Matt Carthy, Sinn Féin among them, who called a public meeting which I said would be used to declare that there is no issue in the town. Recently a video emerged from the town showing a knife-wielding Roma man who has been accommodated there. Locals have rung in to say that the town is absolutely unsafe because of the mass immigration. The plight of the people has been ignored. Stop voting for these politicians. Credit for clip. Yes, here we go.
The listener says,
let's have a listen in here to see what's happening regarding the so-called politicians of Carrickmacross area. Don't forget there's a lot of migrant crime recently in Carrickmacross, so let's see what they have to say.
The listener says, I totally disagree with you about Carrickmacross, Joe. As far as I'm concerned, it is not safe at all. Elderly people cannot go out to shop without being targeted or being robbed because they cannot move as fast as others. We don't have enough Gardaí on the streets. Young mothers cannot get their shopping into their cars because they're being watched and approached. It's your child or your purse that will be gone as a result of what's happening in Carrickmacross at the moment. Maybe, Joe, you should spend a week in our town and see how you get on. You won't feel safe. And there is an immigration crisis, whether you like it or not. Well, caller, as I always say on this show, you are entitled to your point of view, and within reason I will always read it out. I don't live in Carrickmacross, but I know many of the local public representatives in the town. And yesterday, as reported on Shannonside Northern Sound News, they declared they put up a united front and sent out a message that Carrickmacross is safe. Now, you see, at times, you know, we know how politics works. Sometimes it's in a person's interest to scaremonger, and sometimes politically it's in a person's interest to use a really sensitive issue like this to gain political points and to, you know, make capital out of it all. That didn't happen yesterday, based on what I'm reading on the Shannonside Northern Sound wires. A united front by the politicians, and they came together and they declared that the town is safe. And right now, that's good enough for me.
There you go. If the politician says it's safe, then it must be safe. You know, what about these Roma gypsies on the street with knives? What about migrants killing Irish people? Seamus Bell, remember that man? Poor fella was out celebrating the christening of his 2 twin daughters, and he got sucker punched by a Lithuanian who should never be here, who had a long history of violent crime in Lithuania, sexual crime as well, sexual assault, rape. Should never have been allowed into Ireland in the first place. Seamus Bell's dead now. And the Lithuanian scumbag only served a few years, and he's out walking the streets again now. See, this brings me to another point, right, about the debate on legal immigration versus illegal immigration. The biggest problem in Ireland is legal immigration. People coming here, not breaking any laws, getting visas, student visas, working visas. That is the big problem. Our borders have been opened up because of that, and then they overstay their visas and then get blanket amnesty. You know, like whichever way you do the numbers, you know, 90% of migrants coming into Ireland are coming here legally. They're not destroying passports. They're not doing anything, wrong per se. They're not breaking any laws. So that is the problem. That's the elephant in the room, is legal migration. There's 2,000 Indians coming into Ireland every single month, and they're buying up all the property, and that is, of course, affecting the housing market. And that fella in Carrickmacross, right, the Roma gypsy, probably has a Romanian passport, but Romania is in the European Union from the last time I checked. So he has, I don't agree with open, free movement of people in the European Union, but he is entitled to come to Ireland. So he didn't break any laws, he didn't destroy any passports, he came here legally. Legally. I would argue that legal migration is far worse than illegal immigration. Far worse. Someone in the live chat was asking me to play this clip from Trim. And I think let's play this clip here now. I haven't seen this clip, but let's play it. Apparently some Into councillors gets an awful bollocking. So this is a protest in Trim, County Meath.
Hi everybody, my name is Ciara. I'm one of the organisers of Cal Says No. I'm probably going to repeat a lot of what Siobhan said. She did very, very well. It's all about the community working together, okay? So fair play to you all for coming out. It's not an easy step to make, all the name calling and whatnot, but you can't let this slide. You can't let your numbers drop. So the next meeting that's called, you come and you bring someone with you, and then your numbers are growing and you're building all the time, because it's all about people power. And you need to show the government that Trim is not going to take this. There's a word that was used in Kells quite a lot, and I heard a couple of people saying it up here as well. The appropriateness of the building. The building is not appropriate. Trim is not appropriate. Kells is not appropriate. Ireland is not appropriate, because we don't want this. The government signed a migration pact on all of our behalf in 2018, okay? The government are doing this to every single community. They cannot be trusted. Don't ever doubt yourself for standing here. There was over 100,000 of us in Dublin last week. We had an amazing day. I've been at protests where there's 20 people, and it was the most amazing experience to see all those people realise what's actually going on in this country. And it's on your doorstep now, so it's up to everyone here to do their bit and work together as a community. And Kells will support you, whatever we can do to help. We're bottom of the barrel in our own country, okay? Non-nationals are coming before us, and it's not right. We can't get doctor's appointments, hospital appointments. Pardon? Yeah. Okay, school places, you can't get them, okay? We need to all, it's okay to put yourselves first. This is your country. So don't be bullied into believing that you have to put these men, because let's be honest, it is all going to be men coming in, okay? You are number one in this country, no matter what. And lastly, I just want to say, Dave, where has Aontú been the last couple of years? Because, no, just hear me out now. Just hear me out, okay? Because we are knee deep into a plantation, and yous are all coming out of the woodwork now. So what's that all about? You know I'm right. I can see it in you. You know I'm right. We are knee deep into a plantation. The country is absolutely destroyed, and all of a sudden Aontú are coming out to be what? The saviour. Do you know what's going to win this? All these people here. People power. That's what's going to win this. Aontú, Sinn Féin, Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael are not going to win this. Trim are going to win this. Meath are going to win this. Ireland are going to win this. Thanks.
Well done to that woman. Fair play to her. Absolute hero. I notice the language is changing at these protests. The language is changing. I think it's because of people like ourselves who are constantly pushing the narrative that this is a plantation, this is an invasion. And I start to see different changes in language regarding, look, we don't want any immigration. We don't want, is it men, women, children? It doesn't matter. This has to stop. Regardless of young children, like no harm, it's not the children's fault, of course, but we don't want families, we don't want men, we don't want women. This is our land. We cannot take the levels of mass immigration that's coming into Ireland. The language is changing, the people are changing, they're starting to see this is an absolute hostile takeover invasion. And she mentioned there Aontú. She mentioned Aontú. And I see Aontú and Sinn Féin now hopping on the bandwagon because the people are getting so angry in their local towns. Well, first of all, start with Sinn Féin. Don't forget Sinn Féin stood outside the GPO. There, was it 2 weeks ago? Protesting Irish nationalists concerned about mass immigration in the country, screaming fascist, racist, and holding up signs to Sinn Féin stand against racism. Absolutely disgusting. And Aontú are the exact same. Aontú are the exact same. They signed the, what they call the Birthright Citizenship Act. Or they voted against, or they voted for the birthright citizenship. So they wanted migrants who are born in Ireland to automatically get Irish passports. Aontú are not against immigration at all. They're left-wing socialists as well. Don't forget that. What's everybody saying in the live chat? Niall, we are Irish. Absolutely. We are Irish. Someone said the Romani are not native to Europe. No, I agree. They come from India, don't they? I'm just saying that regardless of where they're coming from, or ethnically, they probably got Slovakian passports. That's why I'm saying they didn't break any laws coming into Ireland because we're members of the European Union. Carrick and Sir and Clonmel sold out. So it's fantastic to see so many people in the live chat. There's 350 watching live now. It is incredible. Like I keep saying it. I'm honored and privileged to be here in this position. The 350 people will watch me live on a Wednesday evening. You know. So I'm honored, privileged. Thanks so much for taking your time out to listen to me rant and rave about immigration in Ireland. Yep, the Coppinger gripped one. I've got that one ready to go next. So I think someone just was asking there, how do I sign up? How do I get that back here now? That's why you can join as a member of our political movement, Shield and Hearn. I'm just going to show this page quickly here. Look, it's in the description. Scroll down below this video. You'll come to this page here. Join as a member. Get involved in real political action. Ireland's fastest growing Irish nationalist or Christian nationalist movement in the whole island of Ireland. You get a Freedom Proclamation, a beautiful membership badge, Irish tricolour flag, or an Irish Republic flag, depends what you have in stock, and a beautiful lapel badge, and a Who We Are booklet. That's our membership. Join, scroll down below the video, get involved in real political action. And breathe. Click on the link. Yeah, there's a link there in the live chat. Sean's posted, and if it's down below this video, you'll see as well down below this video. That carpenter is a wagon. Now let's play. That was shocked. Well, I was shocked and I wasn't shocked, you know. But now my son loved Donegal because it was a natural Gaelic community. Absolutely, Donegal is the best county in Ireland, and no, I do have bias saying that. Of course I do, but you know, Donegal's up there definitely. So I was surprised at the other journalists refusing to put questions to Ruth Coppinger and Paul Murphy. So let's listen and see what they have to say. So today, journalists in the Leinster House press pool slammed People Before Profit TDs Ruth Coppinger and Paul Murphy for refusing to take a question from Grip's Ben Scallon and ending the press event earlier in protest.
This morning, Justice Minister Jim O'Callaghan was saying that he reaffirmed the government's previous position of wanting to speed up deportations of failed asylum seekers who have not met the threshold after an examination. I'm wondering if you have any reaction to that remark by the Minister.
Not for Brit, no.
Sorry, what?
Not for Brit, I don't, no.
That's not really fair. He's a member of the press. If he's asking you a question,
I'm just saying I don't answer questions.
There's press freedom in this country, and he's a member of the press. He's a member of the press council. They're asking you a question. That's not very fair.
Really? Yeah, a lot of things aren't very fair, and I don't think he needs you to stick up for him.
Well, I would hope that if the roles were reversed, someone would stick up for me. I don't think that's fair.
Aye.
You had a question, Jack? I might put a pin in that, actually. I mean, if you guys aren't willing to take questions, then maybe we can put them.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Right. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Grant, okay.
The utter contempt they have, you know, they did. But really, it was about they didn't want to answer a question on immigration. They're such champagne socialists and communists, a whole lot of them. Absolute disgusting behaviour from them boys and so-called women. They've all sold out. Yep, get them out. They will want to talk soon. Yeah. So someone's saying in the live chat, Niall Coppinger is Livia Soprano. Is that Livia Soprano? I used to watch The Sopranos when I was older. When I was younger. Is that Livia? Is that that Tony Soprano's mother? She looks like her as well. Livia. Yeah, that's the Tony Soprano's mother, isn't it? I get my. So, any questions in the live chat, please let me know. Based on the director's real Muller. Yeah, Sopranos is a good show. That is a good show. I do like Sopranos. I haven't watched it in a long time. Legal migrants work, pay taxes. No, they don't. Well, some of them probably do, but again, let's compare. Even if they do work and pay taxes, they are competing with the Irish labour force. Are Donegal doing to win Dam? I'm assuming the Ulster final. I hope so. Livia Soprano's better looking. Jeez. Justin Barrett had a heart attack. Did he? Fucking hopefully he's alright. I don't agree with what he's doing lately, but geez, I hope he's alright. You know, don't wish that on your enemy. Someone said that I'm supporting Sinn Féin in the live chat. I'm not happy with that at all. How would I ever, or I was defending Sinn Féin? How am I defending Sinn Féin? No one hates Sinn Féin more than myself. Now, why not mention my comments? Do you want to upset Sinn Féin? Live? What? What are you on about? No one hates Sinn Féin more than me. What the hell are you on about? Well, I've never defended Sinn Féin in my life. Sorry, I got my membership. Michael Collins like, oh, Sheepdog, you got your membership pack. Good by yourself. Thanks for joining. Yeah, they're complete traitors. Wu-Tang, look, no. No matter how many times you ask me, no. Stop asking the same question. Not a chance. So look, I want your opinion, right, on something. I've launched a new campaign, I suppose. I'm looking to get 4,000 flags. But not just a tricolour. I want protest to be leveled up a gear. We're going to get 1,000 tricolours, 1,000 4-province flags, 1,000 Erin go Bragh flags, and 1,000 Irish Republic flags. Now we're going to get these flags, put them on 8-foot-tall bamboo canes, tie them with cable ties, and hand them out at these protests. Now, this has been they've been handing out the Irish tricolour flag at the protest, and this looks fantastic. But we want to add another element to this. And these people, they can't attend every single protest, but we can do our best to attend other protests. For example, like the one in Saturday in Bundoran, I'm going to bring flags. I'm going to bring all sorts of flags and hand them out, and this is going to make the protest look absolutely fantastic. It's going to give it a real sense of urgency and professionalism. So look, 8,000 flags is a lot. It's a lot of money. It's an ambitious project. I'm just asking if anybody wants to help, you can do so. Link is in the description to our flag fund, where I'm going to get them all done. Myself. It's going to take a lot of time, but I think it's worth it. I think it's very, very good. The Starry Plough. Yeah, the Starry Plough is another one. There's only like I had to pick 4 flags, and that's I don't have the resources for an extra flag. You know, you can keep going. What do you think on live chat? Good idea. If you want to chip in to our flag fund, there's a link in the description. We'd really appreciate your support. And can you imagine like at the big protest in Dublin, a sea of these 4 different flags, tricolour, the 4 provinces flag, Irish Republic, and Erin go Bragh. It'd be absolutely fantastic. How come you can't send a donation on YouTube? I'm demonetized. I've lost my monetization of YouTube a decade ago. St. Kevin's again. Can we do St. Kevin's again? Is there a St. Kevin's flags? I'm sorry, what do you mean now? St. Kevin's flag. Forgive my ignorance. I don't know what's St. Kevin. St. Kevin of Glendalough? What are you talking about, St. Kevin? I can get you the Irish tricolour rosary beads. Yeah, I can't accept donations on YouTube anyway. Yeah, because I'm demonetized. But you're right; they do take like half the YouTube took half the donation anyway. Yeah, the flags are absolutely fantastic. They really, really are. They make the protest so professional. Look, if you want to help in, like, I've already purchased a number of flags. I've just paid them off the bat to get the thing going, but I need a lot more. I need a lot more. I've got like 200 of each at the minute, but you know, it's the more you buy, the cheaper it is, and I've got a good source. But we need the support really. Yep, thanks very much, Anne Galway, for the support. How much? John Crypto says, how much do you need to raise now? Well, it's under €9,000 for 2,000 flags. They're pretty much just over €2 each. And then you need 4,000 flags, 4,000 then bamboo canes, and then 8,000 of those cable ties, and then a roof rack too for my van, because I can't put them in the back of the van because I've got a bulkhead in the middle. So if you want to chip in, if you want to help us out, you know, the quicker we hit our target, the more flags we can get. So why that is that page still showing? So that's the page there. Scroll down below in this video. You can chip into our flag fund. And why not join as a member? You get involved in our real life political action. Get involved in our political party, political movement, whatever you want to call it. Shield in the Heron. Get a freedom proclamation. You get a beautiful lapel badge, a 5-foot by 3-foot Irish flag, and a beautiful membership card, and a Who We Are booklet. And that's the membership. Scroll down below this video. Join as a member. Get involved in real life political action. Anybody can join from Ireland, UK, Canada, Australia, America. No matter where you are, you can join. Or why not check out our shop or our store, whatever you want to call it, if it'll ever load. You can check out the wide range of stuff we have. We've got books, we've got badges, we've got flags, we've got Ireland is Full stickers. They're very popular as well. So there is the book we wrote ourselves, Handbook for the New Fenian, our Martyrs book, Prayers of the Gael, Irish language books, the leather Bibles, paperback Bibles, our Pardon newspaper, the only Irish national newspaper in the whole island of Ireland. The Irish Butcher Box. We deliver beef, pork and lamb boxes all over the island of Ireland, all 32 counties, north and south, and England, Scotland, Wales for next day delivery. The meat sent out fresh. It's in freezer gel packs to keep it cold, cool. It's in insulated boxes sent out next day delivery. You will not be disappointed. What else have we got here? This is all in the store below in the description. We've got Ireland is Full stickers, brown scapulars, Irish tricolour flags, badges and Catholic posters. Okay. What else have we got in store for you here? What else are we saying? So there we go. So that's it, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you want to get involved, scroll down below this video. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. We go live at least twice a week, trying to get up to 3 times again. We post daily uploads of what's happening in Ireland. And I will be live at a lot of these protests that are coming up now. So I'm going to leave it there, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you all. Aaron Gobra.